and I'll gut you like a fish, understand?
Hey, what's up, psychos? I'm IAnthonyD. Welcome back to another one of these discussion videos. If you guys don't know, way back, we used to do a series called Let's Talk About It, where we would talk about dream horror ideas for video games. And down below in the comments, you guys would tell me your ideas. We would talk it out. Honestly, it was one of my favorite things that I've ever done on this channel, because whenever we do these, I would pitch you guys my ideas. Obviously, we use our 3 categories: game modes, characters, and maps. And then down below, you guys would pitch me your ideas and we would just start a discussion. It was honestly like super cool because you guys have amazing ideas. It was so awesome to read your guys's and get feedback on mine, and just overall as a community, it was like the coolest thing we've done. So I want to bring it back. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be titling these or how it's going to go, or if this is episode 1, but today we're talking Nightmare on Elm Street, the game, my dream version of it. Remember, at the end, comment down below yours and let's talk about it. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe with notifications set to all so you don't miss out on more horror gaming videos like this one. Alrighty, so like I said, we'll be using our 3 categories: game modes, characters, and maps. So let's start with game modes. One of the things that I regret in the past videos is we never showed any love to single player. So my idea for this game, I will be giving you a single player and multiplayer option.
You're my number 1. You're my little Nancy.
Now, a single player story mode featuring the burnt lasagna face looking Freddy Krueger could go so many ways. I think of the games like Layers of Fear and Little Nightmares that have these dreamlike sequences and maps. The ideas of our characters having to navigate the dream world to perform some sort of ritual to lay Freddy to rest sounds absolutely amazing. And the amount of ideas that we could have just sounds awesome. Ideally, I would like to have some sort of create your character so that everyone has a different story mode character. And I would like for most of the single player mode to take place inside the dream world, because that's where it could really shine. Overall, a pretty simple story mode of us taking down Freddy. Now, multiplayer is obviously what everyone cares about these days, so let's get into it. Multiplayer can really shine as well. The ideas here are limitless, especially when you're talking about the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. I believe the focus should be around the Dream Warriors versus Freddy. One player controls Freddy in his dream world, while the other players control different types of Dream Warriors. Seeing how the dream world itself should be a big part of this, I could see this playing out in stages. Each map would have 4 stages, where Dream Warriors would have to battle their way through, completing different objectives to reach the next stage. Freddy, controlling the dream, would have different ways to affect the world around them to stop them from completing said objectives. The Dream Warriors would have to be able to adapt to these changes while fighting off Freddy himself and whatever he has in store for them before the timer runs out. Now, both of these ideas for single player and multiplayer are pretty simple, straight to the point, but the reason for that is just because how crazy you could get with Freddy in the dream world. The maps, the different traps that Freddy could use, the ideas are limitless here, honestly. But now let's take a closer look at some of the characters that would be featured in my dream Nightmare on Elm Street game. When it comes to characters, I would like the Dream Warriors to be customizable. For each player, instead of having preset characters, I think adding a perk system for different dream powers for the players to choose from sounds extremely fun. When coming to Freddy, we have Nightmare on Elm Street 1 Freddy, Demon Freddy from Freddy vs. Jason, New Nightmare Freddy, and Remake Freddy. Hey, we got to give him a little bit of love here, all right? And if we're feeling wild, why not pre-burn Freddy or Super Freddy as an Easter egg? Each Freddy character would have different stats of health and dream powers to change up gameplay. Now, one of my favorite things to talk about are maps. I think maps can make or break a game, so let's get into it. Now, as for maps, I would like different forms and areas of the dream world. Obviously, with the 4 stages, I think each one can just get crazier and crazier as it goes, from the school to the park, playground, all that kind of stuff. But I think most of us would like the Elm Street house, the classic iconic Elm Street house, to be included somehow. definitely in the single player, but it would be awesome to explore with friends in the multiplayer. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's just some of my ideas for a Nightmare on Elm Street game. Like I said, a lot of it was pretty simple because I think the creativity comes with the endless possibilities you could have. The Nightmare on Elm Street franchise just has so much you could do with it. But as always, that's my ideas. I want to hear yours down below. Pitch your game to me. We'll talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to slash that like button. If you like what I do here and you want to support, become a member of Slash Your Game for as low as $1 a month. Support the channel directly and unlock exclusive perks in videos. Check the social links down below. Join the Discord. Talk to me in the community. Don't forget to subscribe with notifications set to all so you don't miss out on more horror gaming videos like this one. Till then, don't do drugs, don't have sex, and oh yeah, don't die.